them, does it hurt to get a whooping? Like a bitch? Really? Just remember, anything you do, stay away from the Terminator. Man, I'm never getting whooped. Famous last words. I know what you're thinking. Damn, Tim. Your pops was the boogeyman. Now, first of all, you're right. My pops breathed manhood. See, as a kid, I was trouble. And I think that my dad knew I was just like him. See, before I was bad, before my first whooping, before I was him, I was the beloved kid. I know, sounds crazy, right? Once upon a time, I used to act up and my parents would do nothing. They'll just blame it on my brother. See, in their eyes, my brother was responsible for me. But oh no, that didn't last. See, inevitably, I grew up and one day my dad sat me down and went, now listen, son, this is my collection. Raggy? See, this one is for the small buddies. This one is for the little ones. But this is called the Terminator. What? No, the Terminator. Oh my God. That's the special belt. The belt that only sees the light of day when you're beyond reach. So you have to understand, I grew up in a poverty-stricken, crime-inflicted neighborhood. Gangs, shootings, fights, home invasions, stabbings, police brutality, and on and on and on. So in my pop's eyes, if he had to beat my behind and keep me off these streets, that's the least he could do. And you know what? Thank God for my father. Because most of my friends that grew up without a father are either in jail, dead, or addicts. And that, my God, is where this story begins. So for this story, I'ma take you back to when fathers were fathers. So it was back in the day. Now my family, just like most black families, was a church-going household. So it was first Sunday. Now first Sunday was Communion Day, the day that black churches celebrate the Lord's Supper. The one day my father commits to skipping football to attend church. So right before leaving for church, my father pulls up to me and hands me a few dollars for the offering. Okay, cool. It's first Sunday service. I got my offering. All I gotta do is get to church, sit my butt down, act like I'm paying attention, and I'm good. Easy, right? But see, here's the problem. My church just so happened to be next to the ice cream shop. Now, one thing about me as a kid, I loved ice cream more than Jesus. So on the way to church, an idea came to mind. Instead of using the money for the offering, why don't I just save it, act like I offered it to the church, and use it to buy some ice cream after the service? Genius, right? So we get to church, the choir starts choiring, black folks start catching the Holy Spirit, pastors start casting out demons, and I'm bored to death.
Whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Put your hands together for Jesus.
So halfway through the service, all I could think of is, dang, what is taking so long? I'm trying to get some ice cream. We read the same book every Sunday. We get it. So while pondering, the usher hands me the collection plate. Now remember, first Sunday, right? You're supposed to throw the Lord the bag, but I'm on a mission. So I go to pass the collection plate, but right before handing it, the devil kicks in. Hold up, Tim. What if I take a few dollars, put it in my pocket? I'm sure the Lord's not gonna miss this. See, in my mind, a few dollars meant more ice cream. You feel me? So I look towards my parents, lock in, and notice my mom and dad were praying. Then I look at, bro, this man damn near asleep. So I close my eyes, talk to the man above. What's up, G? My bad for taking your bag, but I needs my ice cream, my guy. I promise you I'll pay you back when I blow up on YouTube. So I stick my hand into the collection plate, pull out the first note, look at it, and it's a 20. Thank you, my G. So I take the 20, stick it to my pocket, and pass on the collection plate. Now, this is gonna be a wonderful first Sunday. All I can do is envision all the ice cream in the world. But I feel damn time. Why not ask your mom and pops to buy you some ice cream? See, one thing about my parents, they're broke. I'm talking serve sandwiches broke. So the service continues, we have a wonderful time, it finally ends, and now it's time to leave. But yet again, black churches, it takes forever to leave. So my mom and dad walk up to the pastor while my bro and I wait at the exit. So I'm chilling, minding my business. Next thing I know, I hear my dad go, Tim, did you take money from the collection plate? Ain't no way, my boy. How the pops know? The Lord spoken to him. So I go, no, Dad. So my pops looks dead at me and says, I'm going to ask you one more time. In church, did you take the money from the collection plate? So I look at my dad with the most sincere eyes and go, no, Dad. On God, I didn't. So my father goes, empty your pockets. Bruh. What do I do? Sweat starts dropping down my face. I'm terrified. And from the look of my dad's eyes, I knew this man's not playing. So I dig into my pockets, open them, and damn, my left pocket's got the few dollars my father gave me, and my right got a 20. I'm about to meet Jesus. Not only did I keep the offering that my dad gave me, but I stole money from the Lord. Did you know how embarrassed my parents were? So my father takes all the money, hands it to the church. would leave and start heading back. And the whole journey, the car was silent. No one says a word, and boy did I know I'm cooked. So I started thinking, damn, who the blood clot told on me? And I'm thinking, whore. But then it all started making sense. See, the only person that could have told was the person sitting directly behind me, my only blind spot. And guess who it was? Old ass Miss Bernice, that funky bitch. See, every black church has that one lady, the one lady that makes it her business to be everybody's business. Furious. Hope that old rag dies. So we drive all the way home, get there, walk into the house. My brother rushes to his room, and my mother goes to hers. Now it's just me and my father, mano a mano, bell to ass. Bam! I started having a flashback. Lem, does he hurt to get a whooping? Like a bitch? Really? Just remember, anything you do, stay away from the Terminator. Man, I'm never getting whooped. Famous last words. See, my brother knew too well about the Terminator. So my dad looks me dead into my eyes and goes, "Why'd you do it?" My eyes started watering up. My behind could already feel I'm about to get terminated. I never been whooped before, and my first one's the Terminator. So I go, "I wanted some ice cream." "Why didn't you ask?" "I asked yesterday, but mom said we don't have any money." And that's when it hit. So if there's one thing my father hated was for his kids feeling the weight of being broke. Sure, the ice cream only costs a few dollars, but when money's tight, every dollar goes a long way. Now the whole time my brother's in his room salivating. I gotta see this. Till's about to get his first whooping. I bet he gonna cry like a little bitch. So my father looks at me and says, "Son, I'm not raising you to be a thief. I'm raising you to be a man." "I'm sorry, Dad." "Promise me to never steal from church ever again." "I promise, Dad." "What the hell? Tim's supposed to get built to ass. I always do." Man, that's not fair. So my pops forgives me, lets me live, because even he understood kids make mistakes. And above all, it's just like I said, somewhere deep inside him, he knew I was just like him. But before leaving, he gave me the chillest words I've ever heard. Next time, it'll be the Terminator. Holy. So, moral of the story. Everyone makes mistakes. Sometimes good people make bad decisions. It doesn't mean they're bad. It just means they're only human.
The main reason why people say this generation is cooked because of these new parents, bro. These young kids nowadays have no guidance, and it's actually sad. And it's because these parents want to be friends with their kids and act like that's their homeboy or homegirl. Like, they don't get that belt to ass treatment no more because the system made that a crime.
Let him cook.
I feel like back in the day, kids had a certain amount of structure, you know? Because they knew if they did something bad, they was getting an ass whooping as soon as they came home. And just a PSA to my mom, I was not talking about her. My mom is not a child beater.